All right, let's grip and rip it, yeah?
Yes. Oh,
So did you
yeah,
see
sure.
did you see this? That's the first thing I got to ask you off the top. Did you see this? That X, cuz I'm going to assume you're not on X, my friend. Is the
I'm
assumption
not
here.
on X.
So, did you
Twitter? Do you mean Twitter?
whatever, yeah, sure. Whatever you want to call it. I know the haters want to still call it Twitter, which I support. I support. Um so
Yeah.
a feature rolled out the other day and it looked like they took it away but then reinstated it where you can see where the account originates from.
Mm-hmm.
You did see this? Okay.
I did see this.
Yeah, and I don't think this is something that would be exclusively right wing because there's so much trolling to do online from any direction. I think anybody could, of course. Anybody who doesn't agree with that just doesn't understand how many different, perspectives can spill onto the internet in many different ways, toxic to wholesome. So I don't think this is just a right wing thing, but it is quite funny that a lot of big time like MAGA posters somehow all ended up in Eastern Europe. Nigeria was one of them. Which I was like, I got to go read these freaking tweets because how is their English? Now, of course, there's probably plenty of people in more than you think in Nigeria that's also speak English in there, but it's just like, oh my god, dude. And I also, it's amazing that some of these accounts originate from where they do because obviously the right in this country and in a lot of places is known as more anti-immigrant. And these people are like tweeting out from countries that your average white supremacist in Idaho would be like, no, thank you. Be like, hey, do you want immigrants from Nigeria? They post conservative. They'd be like, no, thank you. So, and I'd have to look into Nigeria. It might be one of those countries that's mostly Christian too. Like, who knows? You can see what I'm doing is trying to like, why would someone in Nigeria? Maybe just for the attention.
Yeah, it's definitely the question you have to ask. Like, what are the motivations of these people? Because either they're being paid to do what they're doing, or they just like stirring the pot, or they genuinely are invested in the politics in America. The last one being the least likely, I think.
Correct. And it's such an attention economy that you can monetize that somehow in some ways, even if you had a few thousand people on any given platform, especially in an impoverished country, let's say, So,
Sure.
I also wrote here, it's another reminder, and this kind of ties into that, of like trying to stay based in reality. Like, it should be a reminder to everybody, whatever your opinions are, that shit online is so detached from reality, especially at this point. I think it started out pretty detached, and then there were some walls that closed in at a certain point, but they're ripped away, and Musk taking Twitter private to be able to do whatever he wants, and just in general the Trump era, regs getting stripped away. People can just write whatever the fuck, like, and I want, we say this out loud. It doesn't matter. The same people that will do the dumb shit and read the dumb shit and believe the dumb shit will still do the dumb shit. But you just wish that people would reflect and be like, hey, like, is this true or is this just tickling my fancy on my fucking, tainted ideals that I have without trying to understand, what is. Yeah. I just, especially with AI coming too, like, it's worrying. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, that was the first thing in my mind, right? Because this is only a phenomenon that's going to get much worse. Like,
right.
And you could probably just spoof your location. Like, in the future, it's going to get way easier to mimic people, supporters online. Way fucking easier. I am curious, do people make money being influencers, quote unquote, on X? Do you make money?
Yes, I do know that.
For
yes,
drawing attention?
Musk started payouts a couple years ago. I don't know if they still happen. Andrew Tate got some of those payouts. It's disgusting, dude. Dude, Andrew Tate is an absolute. Yeah, go ahead.
The second you start garnering attention, like,
yeah,
a payable engagement, that's weird. To me, that taints the legitimacy of any of it. Like, none of it's going to be sincere. None of it's going to be sincere.
If you put no guardrails on the people seeking the money payouts, then expect an absolute circus. You just, as libertarian as you feel, that is a fact, what I just said. It's true. So...
it feels like the internet was a way more honest place in the very early days, purely for sake of none of it was commercialized. It was just like niche people getting online and
obviously when you say early days, you mean like early 90s too, right? Like way, like, because a lot of people get it confused and they think the early days of the internet is like the 2000s. Like, that's not true.
I would say I agree. Even pre-20, like 2008 was early days of internet at this point.
No, you could still find the nasty cesspools of the internet. It's gotten worse, no doubt, but it always has trended
but it wasn't
worse
as commercialized as it was.
Yeah, I hear you. The general sentiment, I'm with you. Yeah. The general sentiment, I'm with you.
So I don't know. It feels like we're just incentivized for these things to happen then, if that's the case.
Of course.
Like, you don't even need Russian agents paying trolls to go online, which, by the way, definitely happens, but you don't even have to do that anymore. There are people that are willing to stir the pot for free, because they're incentivized to do so.
Yeah, and look, I know this is gasp TDS, so I hope I get a comment. We love that.
Oh, of course. It's always TDS here.
But, people try to hold the president accountable. They didn't, and now he's just being brazen as fuck in his second term with his crypto scams, let alone, a bunch of other things. But I just like talking about the crypto one, period. So when you tell people there are no guardrails, you get what you deserve. You get what you're telling them to do. So
it's true. Yeah. You are setting up the incentives to do that thing.
Is what it is. Is what it is. And we urge people to, and I hate saying touch grass. That's such a, like, we're getting to the point in the internet where, like, terms like that are almost, I don't even like them anymore. I cringe. But stay connected as much as you can to, like, the real world, because the more time you invest without any vetting online, you're going to end up following an account that originated from Yakutsk, Russia. And, you got to reflect. You don't want to do that.
You do got to
You don't want to get fucked over by random people just writing random shit. So, tankies too. We see you, tankies.
Is who's that one notorious Twitter fucking MAGA person? Cat Turd? Were they exposed to be?
Yeah, but I think that's an American. I looked into that.
Is it?
I don't remember when I looked into that, because he's been around for a while. I remember him writing books like Rabbit Skin or whatever the. Anyways, I used to be on Twitter too much. Oh yeah, he wrote books and sold books off of his internet fame. Probably made a decent amount. Yeah. Who's that lady that got made fun of on South Park? I remember her tweeting support to him because she was a Trumper too. Kirstie Alley?
Kirstie Noem?
No, Kirstie Alley. I think they made fun of her in South Park when she, like, the Starvin' Marvin episode. I don't know. She was like the fat cat. Anyways.
I don't know if I've seen that one. That sounds about right.
No, he's American.
Well, anyway.
I'm pretty sure. He's American.
Okay.
And this doesn't, this is why I kind of said, no doubt, any sort of space for people to take advantage of, they will, if you pay them and you don't vet them at all. It's not just a right problem, but a lot of prominent right-wing accounts. The thing about being right-wing right now is to be anti-immigrant. And so to be an account anywhere that's not America, when they're very America first and they're trending even more so in that direction with their civil war, like, it's not...
Sure.
It's more exposing than, like, oh, look, this is a leftist account that originates in Russia, but it's, like, a little bit more communist flavored than, like, so you're me leftist here.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's
a big difference. There's a big difference. If you're right wing, it's to be anti-immigrant. It just is. And at this point, I feel like it's, like I said there in that rant a little bit, it's trending so America first that they won't even want white people from other countries. God knows where it's headed. I have no idea.
Is that a thing? I've not seen that yet.
I don't know, because the same people that are, like, right wing in the U.S. are also like, oh, Scandinavia's communist, so you know how they're like, don't bring your New York to my Texas. They would be the same way. It'd be like, don't bring your Sweden to my Texas. Okay. Just feel like that would be true, but maybe they're still open to other white people. They'll let me know.
I could let you know. They generally speaking are alright with that. Yeah.
You really? I don't know.
I think you'd find that the America First folks would rather take a socialist Norwegian than they would like a libertarian capitalist Mexican.
That is so true, and I want a lot of people in this
10.
country to reflect on that statement. A lot of people, and that is so true, dude. That is so true. Because when you don't stand on any sort of character principles, it's just skin color principles, you'll always think that you can mold people. You know, it's like, well, let's just get more whites in. We'll mold them in our ways. You know, it's like, okay.
God bless.
God bless indeed, my friend. God bless indeed. All right, this is cracking me up, but I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Stay connected to reality, folks. That's like the moral of a lot of these. But anyways.
Yeah. Participate in your communities more than you do online. That's all we have to say.
True. I need to volunteer a little more than I do. Stuff like that is true.
Or even just exist in, you know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Just exist in your community rather
that's true.
than
Just
chronically
online. If you walk outside and you're generally nice to people as a default, that is correct. Continue to do that.
Right.
Continue to do that.
Right.
You always got to distill it to the simplest. Right. Distill it to the simplest. Yeah. The person at the gas station where the last person at the register treated them like absolute shit, and you saw that. You go up and you just say, you be polite, you say ma'am or sir, whoever they are. You try to make them not feel like shit after someone just paraded them.
Right.
Because they bought $70 in tickets that morning and they lost, so they came to buy beer and they're fucking mad. But go ahead.
I was going to say that person that paraded them was getting angry on Twitter all morning. That's what I was
There you go. It's brain rot all around. From internet to touch grass reality. It's brain rot all around.